around 3 o'clock, could be around 3, half 3-ish, to come and talk about what I was meant to be talking about yesterday, but I didn't because I was tired. I did say if I was tired, I won't come on. And I was talking to a friend about she was just talking about stuff in her life, and when you're friends, you try and help each other. So I was doing that instead. So on my community page where I've put it, because I don't need to talk about it all over here, there's an energy that's been going about that, most of you know, I've brought it up now and again. And it's okay to bring things up because it's not aimed at a person, it's aimed at the energy of people that probably don't look into things properly and assume people are doing something or are a part of something that they just think is bad, let's say. So, I will be coming on around 3, half 3 to do the first part of the chat, which was my Earth timeline, and you'll all get it when I bring it in. And this is just, I've said this before, I'm just talking about how I see things and how I perceive things and how the beliefs that I have at the minute, if they ever change, then they change. Hi, QG Rection. Oh, very funny. And I'm going to go through the timeline, and it may help some people. It may not. If it does help you, that's good. If it doesn't, then you may find something else that will. But the chat after that, which I'll be coming on tonight about 7 o'clock, will be on. Let me think, because there's a bit of a rumour going about if you go and check my community page. And I have put what the person said up there because this is how people get paranoid about certain things, especially with what's going on now. And that's why I like to see contrast in what people think of things and me, because then I can talk about it and put out what I believe it is. Not really interested in what other people believe. It's quite a joke, really. But what I believe and always have believed, because it's nothing new that I'm going to be talking about, because it actually is in my older posts. So you can't really out people for something they've spoke about. And there's 3 people there, so you're either lurking or you can come in and say hi. But the chat tonight at 7, we've got one at 3:30 will be about personally me looking at because it was my birthday at weekend, my Earth Day. I like to say not birthday, we were birthed, maritime law and all that. That will be how I've looked at my Earth timeline and worked out what it is that I needed to learn. It may help you, it may not. The one at 7 o'clock is going to be about only me. The one at 7 o'clock is going to be the contrast of energy that people are chucking at me, but I'm going to talk about it because I think it needs talking about, which is witches, warlocks, witchcraft, paganism, the occult, that scary thing that a lot of people don't realise they're doing anyway. So we're going to talk about occult practices, and some people think it's really evil, and some people think I'm a witch, as you'll see on my community page. People keep shouting it out. Ooh, maybe I am. But what side do you stand for? Reality is duality. There's 2 sides of everything. So that's what people need to understand. But they get scared about this. I have worn it. I wear it now and again because I wear different necklaces all the time. And I'm going to go through my story of my beliefs. And it doesn't matter what anybody else believes, because that's your belief. I've got my belief. I'm not religious, but I have beliefs and more of a faith. It's all right if you are religious. And, and if any religious people do come over, maybe you should just take time to listen. You can tell by your... Oh, yes, exactly, side. But am I good or am I bad? Do you know what I mean? So reality is duality. And there's lots of dark and light in all sorts of different things within us as well. So I just think it's a really good topic to go over, because this person's been screaming it out, and I thought, Well, if people scream it out like that, let's look behind it. Certain people come from truthing communities. I've also come through a truthing community, but I saw also what was in the truthing community, even what's going on now with a certain movement that's going on now. Even the world right now, when they come to certain knowings of things that's been happening, and I mean the stuff that's been swept under the carpet, and they'll go to certain, it's the cult, it's like Satanists and this, that, and the other. Now, maybe you need to learn about that it's, there's two sides. So I just think, and people get very, very paranoid, and they get paranoid about symbols and stuff like that because they don't do the homework to realise a lot of symbols were the symbols before, which were reverted upside down, twisted and stolen, just like everything else. So if you're in for that, we'll have a chat tonight. But please remember, this is my beliefs and how I see it and what I believe. And that's fine. I'm just sharing what I see. If people out there see it as bad or evil or whatever, or I am of the false light, like some people keep spouting out there, that's your perception. You know, if you think you can read people, maybe you need to look back. You know, future proves past, that's all I can say. When you're consistent with the stuff you've been putting out, so I can say that on the tube, for instance, because it's all there's a consistency of something I've been putting out. Doesn't matter what I was talking about at the time. There's a consistency in something I've been putting out. And it's very easy to work out. It's called uplifting people and making people feel good and getting them out of the mindsets of trying to be, you know, like everything's doom and gloom, everything's woe is me, you choose to stay there. That's a consistency I have always brought, no matter what I'm talking about, no matter the rabbit holes I've been down. That is what I've always talked about. So you can normally tell what a person's like because there's a consistency of what they've been bringing. Ain't that the truth? So, like I said, I will see you around 3:30 for the Earth timeline, my Earth timeline. This came to me a few days ago, and I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna draw that down. I'm gonna show you personally how I see it, and then because it mingles into the chat that I'm gonna have at 7 o'clock tonight, because it just does, and it comes back from when I was a child. So it's all going to mingle in with each other, and those who will resonate, it will resonate with. Also, I will stand up for the community of, you know, you can be in many different, I will stand up for the community called the occult or paganism or witches and witchcraft, because people really need to understand what it's about before they spout out things they know nothing of. And at the end of the day, it's all energy, you know. So anyway, I will see you later. Bye.